Hi, my name is Josie, and today I wanted to discuss the first question that probably comes to every single trans person's mind, which is, am I trans? Unfortunately, the answer to that question is one that only you can answer. And I know that's something that you're going to hear from a lot of different videos on this topic. But I want to give you 5 considerations that are definitely going to help you discover the answer to that question. So, the first thing is a personal belief of mine, which is that being trans is an outward expression of an inner truth. That means that even though there's a lot of discussion about gender and gender roles and what you should wear, what you should dress, and etc., that's all external stuff that's coming in from the world. Rather, this is about figuring out what's in here. What's in here? Who are you? Underneath all the layers, who is that authentic person? And first piece of advice is don't compare your appearance to others. That's the easiest way to get discouraged. In fact, I recommend reducing your social media time, maybe even taking a hiatus from social media, and really paying attention to, how these external influences can shape the way you see yourself. And if you focus on your inner self first, the rest of your exploration just becomes natural. It will just flow naturally. All right. So number 2, and this almost goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway, is education, because you need to gather intel. That means the internet, YouTube, LGBTQ centers, and we all have a lot of bias. We all live in a society that we grow up with, homophobia and transphobia, and these are weighing heavy on us. So as you're learning more, kind of let some of those beliefs go and just open your mind to the possibilities. And information doesn't hurt. See what you connect with. Now, number 3 is to experiment. Experiment, because there is absolutely no harm in trying things. Try on clothes, try on makeup, try a different hairstyle, try a different name, try a different pronoun, ask maybe a close person that you trust to help try a name and pronouns and see how you feel about that. For example, roller coasters. A little bit of a turn there. Roller coasters, you could look at a roller coasters if you've never rode one. You could say, oh, I'm scared. I don't know if I'm going to like it. It might be too scary. It seems really intimidating. But it's not until you ride that roller coaster and you figure out what it actually is that you will be able to then get off the ride and decide, okay, I like that. It was great. I want to do that again. Or you might say to yourself, okay, that was a bit intense. Maybe let's try a different roller coaster, or let's try a different ride. And that's what sort of being trans is you're going to try different things, and you're going to see how you feel about it. And, be patient with yourself. You don't need the answers right away. You just got to try. So if you're wondering where to start, just try. And I hope you can find someone that you trust that can help you in the experimentation process. Now, number 4 is therapy. Now, I understand that this might be restrictive to some people. You may or may not have access to mental health care. But in the event that you do, I think that finding a gender therapist, an LGBTQ specializing therapist is really critical, because if you are trans, then you have some level of PTSD from not being able to be yourself, from always repressing, from always hiding, from always living in fear. If that's truly something that you've lived with, then a gender therapist can help you sort that out and honestly can help you remove all of these layers that have built up that you didn't even know were there. When I went into my transition, I thought it was to answer this initial "am I trans" question, but it turned out there were so many other layers of pressure that were on me that I really couldn't even get to the trans part until I dealt with some of these other life issues. So I really encourage finding a mental health therapist, gender therapist. It's going to exponentially increase the speed of your journey. And also, for example, if you need surgery, you go to a doctor. If you need legal defense, you go to a professional lawyer, right? Why should our mental health be any different? Gender therapists have knowledge and training that go above anything that even any of us can say, and you are so unique, and your journey is going to be your own, and you need someone who can walk you through it and be there with you to make sure that you stay up. So that's really important if you can. If you can't get a professional gender therapist, then look towards LGBTQ support groups or other trans friends to connect with. It's really important. Now, finally, this number 5, I want to say this really clearly. It's that transitioning requires hard work over time. Okay, to answer the "am I trans" question, you're going to require work and time. So things that you can consider doing would be, journaling. Write down how you feel. Write down what you learn. Maybe keep a private video diary. And let me tell you, I actually have been keeping a personal video diary for nearly an entire year. And I'm really looking forward to sharing this with you in 2022. So if that's something that interests you, basically week to week, I documented, my struggle with trying to figure out how to get to down the road. So please follow along if that's something you're interested in. But as a part of that hard work over time, make sure that you have a support group, a support system. That means trusted family, trusted friends. And I want to encourage you to be brave and to pick up the phone. Get real emotional support and support others along your journey. There might be some really cool people you get to know because you're investing your time in people. So, in conclusion, I do want to say there is no one right way to be trans. You are unique and special, and that's something that eventually, with time, you're going to realize is something that you want to embrace, even if it's tough. There'll be a tipping point at which you realize, wow, I actually have something special in me that I want to share. And I want to lastly let you know that I believe your trans journey shouldn't be motivated by how people see you, but rather by how you see yourself. Okay? You can do whatever you want on the outside, but if you don't go on this journey that's in here, none of this matters. And if you've made it to the end of this video, I urge you to go on this journey. You owe it to yourself to find the most authentic version of who you are. And if you do that, I promise you will unlock true happiness, okay? So I hope you stick around, see where we go next. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.